Attack on Titan Season 4, Episode 14 and 15. Did Zeke just take out Levi on a side mission? So what's up guys, Foxen here. Weekly manga comparison time. Eren smashes Mikasa while Levi explodes in popularity. So go ahead and Jaeger smash that like and subscribe. Pretend it's Armin. Ding the bell too. And a special thank you to today's sponsor, Ragnarok Labyrinth. Ragnarok has been a brilliant series with over 100 million players. This game is the newest timeless edition. Choose your class from archer, magician, swordsman, or thief. I've always favored bow users. Go out on an adventure, battle monsters in the field, explore the labyrinth dungeons, and conquer raid bosses. You could do all of this with your buddies online. Ragnarok actually has a unique share system to call your friends. And don't worry, they got PvP too, which includes brawls, duel battles, and PvP leagues. Enjoy all of this with the crisp, cute graphics, which includes the various monsters and your special skills you use to farm them. Go ahead and click the link below to play right now. The game just came out and it is free for your mobile. Definitely give this a shot. They also told me to hook you up with a coupon bonus. Use the code LabyrinthG in-game to get a free costume, plus 100,000 yeni money. Kicking this off with Eren's family talk. He had a line from Armin removed. Armin explained how they wanted to know what Eren was thinking with their chat. You heard Eren's infamous "I am free" line. The anime actually removed him swinging back on his chair, although hands still firmly on the table. Actually, a bit later you can see Eren did have the chair pushed up. The anime just didn't emphasize it. My dumbass was picturing the parody with Eren falling over. Then, for Armin asking if Eren met up with Yelena, manga Armin specifically asked him if Eren met up secretly with her during the railroad opening. For Mikasa pulling out the scarf card, slight change up. Anime Mikasa mentioned Eren saving her in the mountain cabin, instead of saving her from the slave kidnappers. Eren right here confirms his IRL meetup with Zeke. You had a skip line about him learning various things from Zeke. Getting to Eren psyching out Armin, some of Eren's roasting got skipped. You heard Eren point out how this enemy's memories were influencing Armin's judgment, that it's been affecting Armin, who's an advisor of Eldia and the holder of one of the 9 titans. Eren claimed how Armin wasn't soft like this before, how Armin never backed an enemy. In the past, Armin's judgment always led them to an answer, but now Armin was all about the let's talk, that Armin is completely useless. Now, switching over to Eren smashing poor Mikasa. The anime cut out almost 30 pages here. Eren told Mikasa there was nothing further removed from freedom than ignorance. He claimed he learned a lot about the Ackerman while at Marley, including the reason why Mikasa is strong. Unfortunately, Marley's scholars still don't know much about the Titans. They did discover an accidental byproduct of Eldia's experiments with subjects of Ymir over centuries. The result was this bloodline that could partly manifest the strengths of a Titan while in human form. You know them as the Ackerman. That instinct is so strong that when they sense the presence of a certain host, that Ackerman trait will activate. Manga Eren went on to hammer down how Mikasa only clings to him due to her Ackerman instincts. Perhaps the biggest Ackerman anime cut? After being activated, this not only heightened their physical abilities to an extreme, they also gained the battle experience of all past Ackerman via paths. So really, unless his Ackerman lore comes back, it feels like a full anime retcon for the Ackerman family. Honestly, I'm fine with it if Isayama is reworking the Ackerman lore. Part of me never liked this anyway, since while it does explain why Mikasa and Levi are overpowered, at the same time you are taking away some from their amazing feats. By the way, excellent anime detail of this close-up of Mikasa's eye. So right after Mikasa tries to deny this, the follow-up got changed up. Eren originally claimed the real Mikasa disappeared 9 years ago. Now only she was left behind, faithful to her Ackerman instincts. So yeah, saying I've always headed you to the devoted childhood friend. You already scarred her physically, so way to scar someone emotionally too. Anyway, getting into the Ackerman instincts kicking in. God damn Mikasa, you're really twisting Armin's arm there. But notice with Gabi, her hands on the table like a good girl even now. Right here, do notice how shocked Mikasa is. Much easier to tell now. It's almost like she snapped back into her senses. Let's get ready to rumble. Go Armin, go. Eren took that punch like a champ. So nice of him to give his buddy Armin a handicap. Another anime changeup. Eren no longer has that bloody nose. Looks like he did tank Armin's soft tap. Overall for the whole fight, if you could even call it a fight, anime Eren gave Armin more of a trashing several times the punches. Armin never knew what hit him. Now you can enjoy super bloody Armin, no longer covered up by that speech bubble. Thank the Titan gods for his healing factor. For the anime, it really is much more impactful how the slave line got to Eren. Armin should have started with that. Notice you do have a new anime shot of Eren's leftover Titan crystal from season 3. You shouldn't see this till way later. By the way, since I've seen the "is Eren crying" question popping up again, you can now examine the 2 anime scenes where some manga readers thought Eren was holding back tears. Now you can see he is clearly not. Even after Armin's knockout punch, Mappa does have a distinct way of drawing tears, which you don't see for Eren anywhere here. Switching to Levi in the Titan Forest, almost a page skipped. Levi explained how if Historia is prepared like she said she was, they'll feed her whoever takes Zeke's Beast Titan. They would just need to wait a few months for Historia to give birth. The soldiers here got worried. What if Eldia got attacked during that time? What if the birth has some issues? To which I loved Levi's reply. We can always just strike Marley again. Anyway, let's go Zeke, Time to Escape. Lovely new anime edition of that bug flapping from his wind. Looking at the Titan light show, naturally the anime changed this up. You should notice a horrific look on some of these soldiers. This dude almost looks like he's choking. The Titans raining, crashing onto the ground was originally a great cliffhanger too. You could bet some of the manga Titans were a reference to some people, like Isayama likes to do. For the wine flashback, conveniently left out for the anime, was how the new Survey Corps recruits worked hard to get them this wine. Levi here around his former buddies is such an iconic scene. It even got showcased at the recent MAPPA event. Switching to Zeke, about a page of his monologuing removed. Supposedly Zeke didn't want to do this. How sad that this wasn't even a battle. But he couldn't blame Levi. The world Zeke had seen is too different from their view. As Zeke mentioned the world forces coming in, the manga actually showed you a ton of battleships united, along with hundreds, maybe thousands of troops arriving to greet the island devils. Getting to a battle shot of Levi not shown, right when Zeke mentioned his downfall. This would actually make for a nice poster. For Zeke's mention of Eren, how Eren understood him, the anime actually showed you the scene of the Jaeger brothers meeting up at Marley. For an anime update overview of the Titan Forest shot here, you could actually see some water nearby. Anyway, time for Levi to shatter the monkey's hopes and dreams. Another grand shot of Levi absent is him looking like a Shinigami, almost as if death was chasing Zeke. You did get to see Levi's bloody face for a split second, which is far different from the chubby Levi face that so many of you hated from the trailer. Talking about the trailer, you know it was coming. Or should I say it wasn't coming. That universally hated scene of Levi shredding those titans was redone. But really, is the animation really that different? The trailer version doesn't even match the lighting here. As for Zeke making that shredded titan meat, yet another lovely picture-perfect panel of that carnage. You could even see the Beast Titan crushing that titan's face. War Chief's gotta improvise. MAPPA actually did a really great job of Levi blasting Zeke with those thunder spears. Although don't get me wrong, the manga version looks stellar too. For the entire battle, I highly do suggest checking out the manga version. Then for the dried up zombie Zeke. Yeah, the anime made this extra steamy. Zombie Zeke was in complete shambles, with his juicy organs a moment from spilling out. Switching to Keith getting a beatdown, this was kept 99% intact. The anime actually even went further, showing those bloody fists, and Keith looked way worse on the ground, poor dude. One thing I did spot going frame by frame, hey, who's that next to Flock? Huh, looks similar to Porco. Perhaps he got tired of Peak reading her newspaper. As for Eren's former buddies, Anime Mikasa now is not sporting the Wings of Freedom jacket, which makes it much easier to spot her missing scarf. Switching over to Zeke with that spear inside of his body. Oh, my skin crawled at the anime depiction of this. Was it only me? Props to the anime giving you a taste of Zeke getting shredded. The manga did show you the delicious Zeke steaks. Episode 15, let's go! Taking a look at Liberio, really loving the full view of the zone for the anime now, especially being able to see the surrounding wall. Then for that rude Marley grandpa coming in, the anime did add Dina quickly covering her armband. Then for Zeke being dumped with Grisha's parents. This got a bridge some. In the anime, Grisha gave his father less BS about that supposed dance club. Grandpa knew. Getting a full view of this chunk of Titan history. This actually looks pretty similar to some of the Titan art pieces from the Wit Studio era. The only bit skipped here was that Lago was a Marley city. For Zeke playing with that toy. It was originally a single panel, but the anime expanded Zeke's screw up. Similar deal for that father and son scene. One panel got beautifully expanded into this impactful moment. Getting to Zeke dead last again. You gotta love that super close-up face shot of Grisha, just realizing his dream is dying in front of him. Then for sad boy Zeke in tears, hearing Grisha bitch out. Oh my, was I the only one feeling some dormant PTSD popping up? Anyway, getting to better fodder Tom and Zeke playing catch. Some Titan info cut out. Tom brought up how the 9 Titans existed for 2,000 years before they were born. He also mentioned the blood, flesh, and bone that traveled through some invisible path. Then for Zeke overhearing Marley closing in on his parents. These guys originally knew a bit more, that Grisha and his friends were meeting up every night. Getting to Grisha getting triggered. I actually didn't notice the anime skipped the end bit. Young Zeke brought up how Grisha was the one that went outside of the walls, which seemed to freeze up Grisha. And after a pause he said, was something wrong? He only wanted to see that airship. You know, it would have actually been really nice to include this for Grisha. He came out looking absolutely terrible from this episode. What makes it weirder is the next scene actually starts with the blimp in the sky. I might be overthinking this, but I do wonder if something was possibly cut out last minute here. That would have been the perfect transition. Anyway, confession time with Tom. I think everyone loved Zeke's crying scene, saying he'll recall him as a Titan. It was almost a quick throwaway panel in the manga. Take a look at Tom hugging young Zeke here. Doesn't this look awfully familiar? Turns out you actually saw this past Beast Titan back in the Season 3 basement flashback. With the time skip, you saw the current warriors. Notably, Loner Annie was trailing from behind. As for the true founding Titan power, you heard about the power not limited to memories. The anime actually added that new shot of the plague, along with the stained glass, probably from a church. Manga Tom further specified that the number of cases didn't vanish. It was only subjects of Ymir that no longer got infected. As for Tom's sad reveal about his past wife and son, the anime moved this completely outside. They also switched out that monkey toy for a ram plush. Getting to Zeke gaining the monkey power, the anime actually added that golf clap for the Marley guys, which I liked. As expected, they gave Zeke some pants for his steamy scene. Can't show his other monkey. A little bit later, you saw Zeke finding out that Papa Grisha was still around. The anime did skip over this, but in this moment, the war chief put it all together. Grisha must have stolen the founding Titan, then passed it over to Eren. After that, Eren must have come in contact with Titan Dina to activate the founding Titan power briefly, with the Eren meetup. While Eren was describing seeing Grisha crushing the Royal Blood family, originally you were able to see the events from Titan Grisha's point of view. The anime also put much more emphasis on Zeke being touched by Eren's determination to move forward, even in tears at that. Then for Zeke using explosion. Really loved how the anime added some weight to Zeke's desperate act, especially with the roasted horse and then it screeching. This was actually a cliffhanger for the chapter. In the manga version, you could clearly see Levi's body flying away, along with Zeke's body also, but that one split into two chunks. In the anime, it was harder to focus on the details, but you could see Levi's body in the air too. Likewise for Zeke, briefly you saw his top half splatting quickly. You got the barbecued horse at the end. Along with the commander, some of you thought Zeke took out Levi's beloved horse. Or shouldn't you credit Isayama for that? Turns out that's not Levi's horse. In the past, you have seen Levi with probably the only black horse on screen. Notice the two of the stallion's cousins are brown. Yes, two horses. So what you think about the episode? Did you get the feels for young Zeke? Are you on more Team Jaeger now? Well, all Jaegers except Grisha. This episode really did him dirty. Or perhaps that was just his own doing. Anyway, for the chapters covered for episode 14, chapter 112, the rest of it, minus the first 16 pages, and all of chapter 113. In total, about 1.6 chapters, which is a little bit more than recent episodes. At the same time, no surprise since it did come with the action stuff with the Beast Titan beatdown. As for episode 15, it covered all of chapter 114 and the first 12 pages of chapter 115. In total, about 1.3 chapters. Episode 16 is going to be the final known episode. You should expect that to cover the rest of chapter 115, along with all or most of chapter 116. That cliffhanger will surely tease your tidbits. By the way, definitely check out the sponsor. Just by downloading, you are supporting. And no worries if you don't keep on playing. You are helping to keep the lights on, and hopefully allows me to keep my researcher/editor for months to come. But anyway, share your thoughts on Zeke or the episode down below, or just say hi. Don't forget to like and subscribe, it makes YouTube happy. Check out my Evangelion review or my juicy manga Attack on Titan video, and I'll see you guys later.